Hello guys, this is Forex and today is the 23rd of September 2024 and I wanted to come out and talk to you guys about the interest rate drop last Wednesday. So the Fed comes out and drops the Fed fund rates by 50 basis points, and it was a lot more than I was expecting. I was expecting that he would come out and drop about 25 basis points and would give a similar kind of guidance that, hey, later in the year they'll do another 25 basis point cut. But no, that's not what he did. And my reasoning, as I told you guys earlier, was unemployment, yes, it's not the greatest, but it's not that bad. The stock markets were at the all-time high. Inflation is really, still up there. It's not really totally under control. It's not at that Goldilocks 2% area. So by cutting interest rates more than expected, we're only going to boost that inflation. So I'm not sure what he is trying to get at. So now in his speech, he kept going on, hey, it's all about employment. Like, no, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. Till last time, everything was about inflation. Now, all of a sudden, you're talking unemployment and employment. Guys, something is not right. Something is cooking under the surface that we don't know. And these guys are hiding because there was no reason for them to do a 50 basis point rate cut. And I am sure. And the other bombshell that was dropped was by FedEx. So they come out and had the worst loss ever in the history of the company. And we all know what FedEx does. They are one of the biggest logistics company in the world. And they had the biggest loss, and it was an unexpected loss. So that means things are slowing down a lot faster than the Fed expected or the other economists expected. So to preempt that, so before all the negative numbers come out, to preempt it, they went for a bigger rate cut than expected. I cannot think of anything else other than the fact that the markets and the economy is in a lot worse situation than they make it out to be. I think it's all but certain that we are in a recession right now. The yield curve has reversed. So every time the yield curve comes from negative to positive, there is a recession. And this time, the yield curve inversion was longest in the history of interest rates. So my expectation is that the recession that we are in is going to be very long and it's going to be very severe. Is it guaranteed? No, nothing is guaranteed, guys. I'm just going by the data, what I've seen in the past and how things have unfolded in the past. And that's how I expect things to happen now. And here, the chart that you're looking at is a daily chart of the S&P 500 ETF. And you can see that it's touching all-time highs, guys. It's sitting at all-time highs, and yet Fed comes out and drops the interest rate by 50 basis points. What is it trying to do? Create a mania in the market? I don't think so. I think there is something bigger and worse than what they expected is about to hit the markets. So he is just preempting it, try to make money easier for the market. And I think it's going to backfire, and it's going to backfire in a big way. And here, guys, anybody who knows my style of trading, you guys know that I love my divergences. And look at the divergence that is actually taking place here in RSI. It's making lower highs, lower lows, and here, and it's making higher highs and higher lows here. So it's not making sense. The markets at this point are propped up artificially. It's not making sense at all. Momentum is not there. It is just everything is screaming and telling me that, hey, the top is nigh. Markets are about to reverse everything that I have seen so far, because I'm looking at FedEx. I'm looking at the GDP numbers. I'm looking at the consumer confidence. I'm looking at inflation. Everything is telling me that something is not right and it does not warrant all-time highs in the marketplace at this time. So it's time to take a close look at things and be prepared to enter in a short position because we were stopped out earlier. We were short and we got stopped out. And I'm going to enter in again because once this trend line breaks, guys, all bets are off. All bets are off once this trend line's broken, because that's when the confirmation will take place that, hey, the trend has reversed and look for the downside. And I'm not expecting like a 5% or 10% downside. I'm expecting more 20+% downside if and when this occurs. It's a guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, guys. Nothing is guaranteed in the marketplace. That's why we need our strategy. That's why we need our rules that we get in. And we want to keep things simple at Edge-Forex. We just want to look at a trend that is overextended. It is here, because we're looking at the daily chart. Trends overextended. Now, and our RSI is showing a divergence. And as soon as we have a confirmation, which is a trend line break in this particular case, we go in short. And I think that's what is going to happen. And I'm working on another video about gold, guys. It is super, super, super important. So make sure you check it out as soon as it gets out. All right, and I'll be talking to you in that one very soon. Thanks.